Have you ever wondered if the coins lying forgotten in an old drawer might be worth more than you think? Well, get ready, because today we're diving into the story of a small coin with a big history, the 1982 1-cent Forster coin from South Africa. It's a coin that has collectors buzzing and treasure hunters on alert. Why? Because what looks like a simple, outdated piece of currency could be worth up to $5,000. Let's go back in time for a moment. The year is 1982. South Africa is in the midst of massive political and social tension. The country is governed under apartheid, and at the helm is Balthazar Johannes Forster, better known as John Forster, the former prime minister and later state president. His leadership was controversial. He represented an era of intense division in the country, but also one of significant historical change. And like many powerful leaders before him, his face found its way onto something lasting, the country's currency. The 1982 South African 1-cent coin features Forster's side profile. At first glance, you might miss the significance. It's a small bronze coin, only about 19 millimeters in diameter, but it's what it represents, politically, historically, and numismatically, that gives it such weight. Let's break it down. On the obverse side, we see the right-facing portrait of John Forster. Surrounding his image are the words SUID Africa, South Africa, along with the mint year, 1982. On the reverse, we find something beautifully symbolic: two Cape sparrows perched on a branch. These native birds are not just aesthetically pleasing. They represent unity and natural beauty amidst a turbulent political climate. It's this delicate balance between conflict and culture, history and heritage, that makes the 1982 1-cent coin such a fascinating piece. But what truly makes this coin valuable? Let's talk rarity. Most coins in circulation today were mass-produced, but not all coins survive the passage of time. Some are lost, some destroyed, and some simply forgotten. The 1982 1-cent coin with the Forster image was among the last of its kind, part of the final years before certain major design and policy changes in South Africa's currency system. While many of these coins were used and discarded, a few were preserved in excellent condition, uncirculated, untouched, and flawless. And it's those pristine coins that collectors are willing to pay a premium for. Now here's where things get even more exciting. Because of its historical context, design rarity, and the limited number of surviving coins in mint condition, the value of the 1982 Forster 1-cent coin has skyrocketed in the collector's market. Prices can vary depending on condition, authenticity, and rarity, but exceptional examples of this coin have been listed for as much as $5,000. That's right, $5,000 for a single 1-cent coin. You might be asking, why would anyone pay that much? Think of it like owning a piece of frozen history. It's not just about the metal or the design. It's about what it represents. For collectors, historians, and even investors, coins like this are tangible artifacts. They carry stories. They capture the spirit of a country at a specific moment in time. It's a blend of scarcity, significance, and symbolism, the perfect storm for value. So how do you know if you have one? Start by checking the following. White heavy checkmark. Look for the 1982 mint year. White heavy checkmark. Make sure the coin features John Forster's portrait, not later versions. White heavy checkmark. Examine the condition. Coins with minimal wear, sharp details, and original shine are worth significantly more. White heavy checkmark. Check with professional coin graders or dealers if you think yours could be rare. A coin that's uncirculated or proof condition can fetch the highest prices. And remember, just because it's old doesn't automatically make it valuable. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. But if you do come across one of these in excellent shape, you might just be sitting on a hidden treasure. So what are you waiting for? Go dig through those jars, boxes, and drawers. Ask your grandparents. Look through your childhood coin collections. You never know what history and value might be hiding in plain sight. Because sometimes, have you ever held history in the palm of your hand? This small but powerful piece of metal is not just a coin. It's a window into South Africa's past, a piece of numismatic art, and a symbol of legacy. Today, we're diving deep into the story behind the 1970 South African 5-cent coin, a rare collectible that has captured the attention of coin collectors around the world. Let's start with a bit of background. In 1970, South Africa was undergoing major political and cultural shifts. The country was deep into the apartheid era, a time marked by strict racial segregation and global scrutiny. Despite the difficult times, the country continued producing coins that, in their own way, captured pieces of national identity, tradition, and artistry. The 5-cent coin issued that year was more than a means of transaction. It was a reflection of the time, its values, and its vision of national pride. On the obverse, or front side, you'll find the profile of Jan van Riebeeck, the Dutch colonial administrator often credited with founding Cape Town. His image was a standard on many South African coins during this period. With his gaze pointing forward, it symbolized progress, vision, and leadership, as the government of that time would have wanted it perceived. But as history has taught us, images on coins don't just represent people, they represent ideologies. And as the years passed, the choice of Van Riebeeck became more controversial, as post-apartheid South Africa sought to redefine its national symbols. On the reverse side, you'll find something entirely different. A beautiful rendering of the blue crane, South Africa's national bird. Graceful, elegant, and symbolic of peace and hope, the blue crane offers a soft counterbalance to the hard historical context of the obverse. The blue crane wasn't chosen by accident. Known for its gentle nature and loyal behavior, it is a symbol of elegance and grace in South African culture. The bird is often associated with good luck and blessings in certain communities. So, to find it soaring on this coin speaks to a silent message of resilience, grace, and continuity through change. Now, let's talk design and composition. The coin itself was made from nickel, measuring 19 millimeters in diameter and weighing approximately 2.83 grams. Though not a precious metal in itself, the value of this coin doesn't lie in its material, but in its history, rarity, and condition. What makes the 1970 edition so unique is not just its age. It's how few well-preserved specimens still exist today. Many coins from that era were lost, damaged, or circulated so heavily that their details were worn beyond recognition. Finding a coin from 1970 in mint or near-mint condition is like striking gold in the world of coin collecting. But there's more. Collectors aren't just buying coins for their looks. They're buying them for the stories they carry. And this coin has a story that spans colonization, nationalism, natural heritage, and transformation. In just 5 cents, we see an entire nation's identity captured in metal. And this is why collectors are paying serious attention and serious money. The 1975 cents coin, especially in uncirculated or proof-like condition, has become a hot item among international collectors. Its value has surged in recent years not because of hype, but because of demand and rarity. Unlike modern coins that are mass-produced in the billions, these older pieces were printed in far fewer numbers. Add 4 decades of wear and tear, and you get a coin that's genuinely hard to find in pristine state. So how much is it worth? Right now, depending on its condition and grading, this coin can command impressive prices. A certified, top-grade specimen from 1970 can fetch as much as $5,400 on the collector's market. Yes, that's right, what was once just 5 cents is now valued at over $5,000. But here's the real question. What makes it worth that much? It's the intersection of art, history, and rarity. It's the kind of coin that tells a silent story to anyone who holds it. It's a link to South Africa's past, a tribute to its wildlife, and a symbol of its evolving identity. For serious collectors, owning a coin like this is about more than profit, it's about preservation. So the next time you look at an old coin, take a closer look. You might just be holding something far more valuable than metal. You could be holding a piece of history. And in the case of this 1970 South African 5 cents coin, that piece of history is now worth $5,400.